All right, what's going on? In this video, this is part 1 of 3. And the reason I know it's part 1 of 3 is because we're looking at how to build your Ottoman Empire inside of Facebook. And it's really 3-step simple. It's build the pond, stock the pond, fish the pond. And the part that I'm talking about here, this building of the pond, is where you're going to figure out who it is that's going to target. And let's say you are in let me think here, health or something. Like you want to sell some sort of diet program. I'm going to use actually a cooler example. Let's say you're in a metal band and you want to attract more fans to what you're doing. This is probably the easiest thing you're ever going to do. But it begins with some groundwork. And like I said, this works everywhere. So if you're in some sort of entrepreneurial thing where you're working with entrepreneurs, do these steps. If you are a fiction author, follow these steps. If you are in the weight loss industry, if you're a personal trainer and you want to get more clients, follow these steps. Everything I'm going to show you here is universally applicable. So just because I'm going to have a little fun and use something that's outside the norm in terms of what's, you typically see as someone's going to talk about like the dog training niche or how to shave squirrels or something ridiculous like that. I'm just going to say, hey, you're in a metal band. It's cool. Let's do it. Because I've actually worked with a couple of musicians before and showed them how to pull this stuff off. And what gets really cool, and I'll show this later, is when you get geo-targeting. Like let's say you're going to, you're going to do a book signing, or you want to fill an event in a certain town, or you want to get, what's the musical equivalent of a business event? Oh yeah, that'd be a rock concert or something like that. And you want to get a bunch of people in here. This is how you do it. And the reason we start with Facebook is because, first of all, you're going to get this news feed just keeps going blah, 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 like tons and tons and tons and tons of crap. It's so funny. But basically 70% plus of the industrialized world is on this thing on literally a daily basis, and you want to be where your people are. And so let's say you're in this metal band, and it's similar to guys like Slipknot and Disturbed. So let's go in here, and it's funny because I say Disturbed because never mind, we don't need to get into that. All right, so this is awesome. Check this out. So Disturbed has 10,959,000 likes, and just under 100,000 people are talking about it, which is cool. So they're definitely doing something here that's decent. It's good. That's definitely cool. Well, here's one thing that you can do. So you can say they've got 10 million. Here's what I do is I create a spreadsheet, but because I don't have a spreadsheet open, I'm going to put this into this Word document here. We'll go 10 mil Facebook. So we'll do bonk. There we are. Drop this down a little bit. Let's find out on Twitter. Disturbed Twitter. You want to get about as much information on these guys as possible, because later on when we start talking about things like Twitter, you're going to see why you want to do this. So you want to do all of your looking up front. So 330,000 followers. Let's get the URL here. Boom. So 330K. And really, it's this simple. All right, let's get their URL here, Disturbed. And then you also want to get, there we go. Just as long as it makes sense to you. It doesn't really need to be in it. And the reason it's good to have this in a spreadsheet is when you start organizing by follower size, it's really going to help, and I'll show you that in the next video when we start doing these things. But we want to get their Twitter, we want to get their Facebook account, maybe Pinterest. I doubt Disturbed is on Pinterest, but this is a cool feature. Is if you click like, check it out. They're going to more pages you might like, and what I do is like right click, open a new tab. So do that. I'm on a Mac, so I'm holding down the Command key. Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, Slipknot, perfect, and we can see more suggestions on this sort of thing, and they're usually pretty good. 5-Finger Death Punch, hell yeah. Seven Dust, dude, this is great. These things are fan-freaking-tastic. All right, so you can see here, I'm like literally just opening this stuff up, and boom, System of a Down, bam. How many fans do they have? 19 million. Eat that, Disturbed. All right. Cool stuff. All right, so basically I'm not going to go through all of these guys, but this is what you want to do. Get their normal URL, 12 million fans. That's great. Korn, 12 mil. There you go. And you create a spreadsheet. with this, everything you can find on them, Twitter, Facebook, if you can, Pinterest. Their URL, their homepage is good. I think Disturbed is Disturbed1 or something ridiculous like that. And then you just go through and just build this out. And you want about 250 targets before you get going. I really recommend farming this out to Fiverr. That's Fiverr. Boom. Let's open this up and take a look. But there's social media research in here. I'm not sure if it's just its own category. Business, lifestyle, probably business. Business plans, career. Let's try something else. Online marketing. Fan pages, keyword research. You can probably find it in keyword research. What I would recommend is hit up some people in here and, oh, here you go, domain research. Perfect. This is the kind of thing. I always go by highest rated on this kind of stuff. And because I actually have an assistant who does these things for me, then it's not really something that, I go to Fiverr for. But if you want to do this and you don't have an assistant, then I absolutely recommend Fiverr. Email them first and say, hey, here's what I need you to do. Are you okay to do this? I need 250 of these people. And so kind of go through, or if you organize by highest rating, you're probably going to get the best people. That is a smart thing to do, is to work with it. I mean, it's going to be somewhere between $5 and $15. These guys, like, for example, for an express gig, they'll probably add on a couple of bucks. And so whatever's in your budget, it makes tons of sense to have this in, like I said, a spreadsheet. Now, don't do as I say, not as I do. Don't put this in a Word document, or it's going to kind of stink later. But like I said, if you're in a metal band, this is what you want to do. This is called building your pond, because if your music is just like, or the fans of this stuff will like U2, not U2 the band, but you as in the person listening to me, then this is where you want to start. So get their Twitter, get their Facebook, get their homepage URL, get the number of fans, the number of followers, in all of that kind of stuff, and possibly even get some contact information for them. You can find that on the website, like who to contact to kind of get in touch with them and things like that. And so, like, if you're in a metal band like this, or if you're a fiction author, or if you're trying to do, make money online or lose weight, it completely works like this. So, like, let's do a quick example for people who want to, here's what's hilarious. I can't even spell the word entrepreneur. I'm going to let Google fix it for me. Thank you, Google. So, Entrepreneur Magazine. Let's see what comes up with that. All right, Slipknot. Your day has come. Bam. We got Entrepreneur on Fire with Mr. Dumas. Entrepreneur Philippines. Entrepreneur on Fire is great because that's a celebrity within the marketplace. So if you're catering to these folks, then you want to target these guys. He's got 11,000. He's got a nice little 4.8 star rating, which is super cool. And so you grab this and you go like, okay, Entrepreneur on Fire, John Lee Dumas, 11,776, boom, boom, boom. Then you go and find him on Twitter. Then you go find him on the website and all these kinds of things. Guy Kawasaki. So if we hit like, check out what's going to happen there. Bam, Marketing Land, ClickZ, Inc. Magazine, great one right here. Social Media Examiner, one of my favorite blogs. Success Magazine, The Young Entrepreneur. So look at all of these different things that are popping up in Facebook, and you just open those things up in new tabs, and that's what you do. And just go and find this stuff. This is the part. I liken this to painting a room. So if you've ever painted a room and you have not yet taped off the windows, the doors, and the light sockets and stuff that you don't want to like slop on, your room is going to look like hammered ass. And so you really, really, really want to take the time to do this, because if you don't, everything stinks. And you can be done with this in a matter of 1 to 2 days. You can have 250. That's your starting point. What's going to happen is, as you get into this, you're going to find more and more and more and more and more and more and more targets. And like I said, if you're an author and you're listening to this, do this. What I'm going to show you over the next 3 things literally can become the difference between, you kind of slopping around doing nothing versus you becoming a major bestseller. Cool? There you go. All right, I will see you in the next video. Please take action on this and make sure that you subscribe to the blog. So if you go to audiencehacker.com/free, you can be on the newsletter so that when I publish the next piece of this, you're there to receive it. Cool? See you in the next video.